All right, so hi, my name is Jesus, and welcome to Write With Me. Well, the last time I covered kind of the beginnings of another story, or of a story, and we started with an object and a location. Didn't really get into any actual people. Okay, one of the things that I tend to tell people is, or students generally, is you can start a story any way you want, anywhere you want, with anything you want. You start with the kernel of an idea, and then you work your way out. So in this case, we have the filing cabinet that was put out in an alley, etc., etc. So if you want to look at that, you can look at the previous video. But here, we're going to try a different start. I like to give myself a little space. The character that, and again, these are going to be different approaches to one story. We have the cabinet, the filing cabinet that we talked about before. So let's take a look at the character himself or herself, themselves. We actually don't need to get specific right away. All that can be developed as the story goes. And right now we just want a rough idea of who this person is. So we can give them an age range. If you want to write a story for younger people, you will start with a character who is maybe between the ages of 8 and 16, let's say. And that's a good age range where, excuse me, if you're reading a story as a young person, you're reading about either yourself or who you could be, the adventures that this person could have. If you want it to be more gritty, a little bit more dangerous, then we can make the characters a little bit older. We can go for 17 to, let's say, 27. And then we can keep this a little bit more dangerous, keep an idea of who you want it to be geared towards, and that's how you're going to market later. So again, if you want it to be even more risque, a little bit more deadly, dangerous, then your character is going to be a lot older. So for this particular story, let's make the character 25. 25-year-old person. And because the story takes place in where there are houses, we're going to say suburban. Yeah, so it's giving me the underline because if you notice down here, I have it set for the United Kingdom. And see, that goes away. So the spelling is going to be different for different countries. American English is different than the UK English, so it's going to be a little awkward changing that. I'm used to it a little bit. I'm getting used to it. I'm trying to learn more so I can work with that. But for these purposes, you can go ahead and keep that as US American English. Let's see. So suburban neighborhood. We have a person who lives in this type of neighborhood. So the person is actually well educated, and being a well-educated person doesn't actually mean you're a smart person. It just means you went through school and you you got grades. But in this case, we do want this person to be reason. Ooh. Wow. So a reasonably intelligent person doesn't say too much, but the general idea is somewhere not in the extremes. They're not extremely intelligent, they're not extremely unintelligent. They are somewhere in the middle. But the difference is this person can actually pick up ideas quickly. So we should actually say new ideas quickly. So let me go ahead and save this. I'm actually running out of time right now. We will character, story, idea. Sorry about the abrupt end. The editing process is still something I'm working on, but that was the end of the lesson. We got through a lot of information. I'm hoping that helps, and to learn more, a little bit more about the character, getting characters on paper, there is another video I did a while back called Character Treatment, and give that a look. It should help also.